Next, I'd like to introduce the graduate student chosen by his peers to speak on behalf of the class of 2014. He is MBA student Michael Saltzman. Michael came to Olin after working on the business side of healthcare industry for 5 years. Following his graduation from George Washington University, he discovered St. Louis and Washington University. I know sometimes, Michael, people might get confused which Washington University you are at. He has served as the president of the Graduate Business School student body and will be leaving his hometown of St. Louis to move to Chicago this summer, where he'll be working for the Chartist Group, a hospital and health system focused consulting organization. Michael, will you please come forward?
Keep that close. Thank you, Dean Gupta, for those warm introduction, and Mr. O'Donnell for those inspirational words. I'm truly honored and humbled to be speaking on behalf of our graduating class. To our faculty, administrators, advisors, and other Olin staff, I thank you for making this day possible. To our families, friends, relatives, thank you for joining us today and being our emotional support. And to my fellow students, you don't get a thank you for joining me today. No, my gratitude expands well beyond today in this graduation event. My thank you to you is much bigger. Thank you for the last 2 years and the experiences I will share with you for the rest of my life. When many of us started 653 days ago, we all came from different backgrounds. Some of us came from global corporations or small not-for-profits, from serving in the military to directly from school, and some of us had truly unique experiences. But when each of us started in this program, we began to share a common bond. Now we share a set of experiences that not only links everyone in this room, but also prepares us for the future ahead. In the classroom, we learn more than a new vocabulary full of win-wins and synergies, optimizing innovation and critical thinking. We analyzed a case about Edward Jones with Jim Weddle, managing director of Edward Jones. After hearing our discussion, he explained how he manages such an impressive organization for future growth. We walked into Tom Field midterms, prepared as best we could, knowing he'd find an innovative way to make us want to pull our hair out. We learned in Power and Politics how to manage our personal network early and often, even when it seems fruitless. We attended operation classes taught by Sergio Chayet, who can make any 2-hour class on queuing theory more entertaining than a summer blockbuster. At networking events, we learned more than the most efficient way to the open bar. We learned how to shake a hand firmly and introduce ourselves confidently. When interviewing, we learned that putting our best foot forward requires practice with our friends and colleagues. We also learned that sometimes, even with that practice, you'll bomb that interview, but life will go on. At our social events, we learned who was willing to pay top dollar for a store-bought costume. At THACS, we met fellow students' significant others and welcomed them into our family. At dinners with the dean, we learned that our dean, faculty, and staff are people too. People with goals, personal lives, and experiences of their own. And at formal, we learned who has surprisingly impressive dance moves. This is just a small sliver of those experiences I will cherish, not to mention core team dinners, case competitions, Thursday after darks, Diwali, impromptu happy hours, hot pot for the first time, pirate cruises, trips to Fast Eddie's, a barn dance here or there, intramural football, and many, many more. But this moment, here, right now, is not a "and they all lived happily ever after" moment. We're all about to take divergent paths. Some of us will go work for global corporations, for small not-for-profits, serve your country in the military, continue on in school, and some of us will have truly unique experiences. There are those in the audience today that are excited about the road ahead and excited to try something new. There are those that are nervous about where they'll live, who will be their boss, and who they'll hang out with on Friday night. Some of us are even frightened of the great unknown that lies before them. Whatever your state of mind is on this day, realize that the last 2 years and your graduate degree isn't about remembering every step in the critical thinking process, nor is it about understanding every aspect of goodwill, Black-Scholes, or Little's Law. Today is about realizing that you have the confidence to solve any problem, personal or professional. And if you can't figure it out on your own, find someone or create a team that can help you along the way. Success comes from taking the initiative with confidence, knowing for yourself you can work through any problem. So today we are graduates, but what makes a good graduate? You don't need a graduate degree to learn how to run a board meeting or an investor call. You don't need a degree to perform a discounted cash flow or understand the income statement. You can practice speaking and presenting without giving up 2 years of earnings. So why? What is the value of our degree, and how do we capitalize on that value? We hear about how the world is changing, and we need to gain the skills to adapt to those changes. Getting a graduate business degree is not about preparing for the next change. Getting a graduate business degree is about teaching you how to deal with all changes and making some changes of your own. How to roll up your sleeves, look at any problem and offer a well thought out solution. It doesn't matter if you're in a cubicle, a boardroom, or an oil field in Texas or sub-Saharan Africa. Today is a celebration of experiences you gained, reminding you of the confidence you've built to solve any problem because you've done it before. You will do it again. Regardless if you're going to work for a global corporation or a small not-for-profit, serve our country in the military, continue on at school, or have a truly unique experience ahead of you, I look forward to hearing about all the amazing things you do in the years to come. This is just one step in your journey. And for the last 2 years, for the confidence you inspired in me, the friendships that will last a lifetime, and the experiences I will cherish forever, I thank you.